My dear ones, I have previously shared several practices for spiritual protection, but there are still some of our friends who do not know how to read the Quran. Despite my effort to derive all of these practices from the last part of the Quran, which most people generally memorize, people still request something. Today, I will share with you such a simple spiritual practice that it will leave you utterly astonished. And it's not just quick. It takes mere seconds, not minutes. In just 10 seconds, you can create a spiritual shield so strong that devils will absolutely not be able to penetrate it. No matter where you are, you can immediately create a protection for yourself and your family within seconds. Pay attention to this method. Learn it properly. You will witness wonders. I am confident that this will be the first time in your entire life that you're hearing about such a practice. This method is something everyone needs. My dear ones, before I tell you the practice, let me explain something. I previously taught the protection of Surah Tariq. People said they don't know that surah. Then I taught the protection using the verse from Surah Yasin, verse 9. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ سَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. But even that, some people couldn't memorize. If it's put to music, people memorize quickly. But such a short verse from Surah Yasin, they still don't learn. People are only excited by amulets or potions, thinking that just by wearing or drinking them, everything will be fixed. No, it doesn't work like that. What I will teach you today is a spiritual shield that is extremely easy. It consists of only 3 letters. Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif, Lam, Mim is from the disjointed letters of the Quran. My dear ones, today people are extremely worried about their children. Many children are naughty, and in some cases, even disrespectful. Some people criticize the parents for not raising them properly, and so on. Corruption has reached such a level that even parents who want to properly raise their children feel helpless, because your son leaves the house around 7 or 8 in the morning to go to school, madrasa, or university, and returns in the afternoon. Then he goes to tutoring classes and spends another hour or 2 there. At night, he is home with you. If you try to guide them for even 1 hour, it won't help, because they've spent the entire day in a corrupt environment. Sin is everywhere. Misery is everywhere. Conflict is everywhere. And by nightfall, they just go to sleep. So how can they be properly raised in just half an hour or an hour with you? Schools have teachers who don't pray. Quran instructors may be without ablution. Tutors mock the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and clean-shaven. How can they radiate light or blessings? Anyway, let's return to the main topic. This practice can be done by anyone. It is allowed for all of you, especially for elderly women who don't know how to read the Quran and are worried about their children's future. Listen carefully. Saif, Lam, Mim. Who doesn't know this? If someone says they don't, it's shameful. If you want something even easier than this, I don't have it. This is the shortest and easiest practice for protection. If you're worried about a child or a servant, a worker, or anyone who doesn't pray, disobeys, has illicit relations, or keeps bad company, and you want that person to be protected, then do this. Write with the index finger of your right hand on their forehead the letters Alif, Lam, and Mim, each separately. For example, if your young son or daughter is heading to school, then before they leave, write these 3 letters on their forehead using your index finger. Alif, separately. Lam, separately. And Mim, Allah will protect that child from all harm, accidents, the evil eye, and sinful acts. Even if the child goes to a dance club, the filthiest of places, Allah will protect them from wrongdoing. My dear ones, this is a spiritual circle, a protective shield. When you write Alif Lam Mim on the child's forehead, light manifests there. Shaitan cannot come near them, and harmful words or gossip will not affect the child's personality. If you do this in the morning, the child will be protected until nightfall from all evils and harms. And if you do this at night, they will be protected until morning under Allah's safeguard. Write it separately for each child on their forehead. And if it's an adult, for example, your husband or wife, and you suspect they may engage in wrongdoing, write it on their forehead too. If you apply perfume to your index finger and then write it on their forehead, the protection becomes even stronger, like a car shifting from 1st to 5th gear. From morning to night, angels kiss the forehead of that person because angels love fragrance, especially when it's used to write Quranic letters. Where angels are present, even the father of devils cannot come. For those who feel fear during sleep or feel a weight on their chest and can't move, as if paralyzed, known as Jathum, or those who experience sleep paralysis, or boys and girls who experience wet dreams involving sexual intercourse in their sleep and are disturbed by this, whether men or women. For those who see nightmares, or children who wet the bed, this practice is sufficient for all of them. Before sleeping, write Alif Lam Mim on their forehead with your index finger. If you use perfume, even better. If not, just the finger alone is enough. Allah will protect you until morning from all harms. This practice is for you and me as well. After Fajr prayer, write Alif Lam Mim on your own forehead. Just these 3 letters. Wherever you go, even filthy places or places of open sin, Allah will protect you from committing evil. You will be protected until night from magic, evil eye, envy, and every harm. If you do this at night, you'll be protected until morning. If you're worried about thieves entering your home, then at the door of your hallway or living room, write with your index finger, Alif Lam Mim. Allah will protect it until the next day. If you're leaving home in the morning, write Alif Lam Mim on the main entrance. No dog, whether a human dog or a jinn in the shape of a dog, will be able to enter your home. Nothing harmful can enter. If you have a car or motorcycle and you've hung a black cloth from the silencer to avoid the evil eye, then a little shame would be good too. Be thankful you still have some sense of shame. But listen, if you don't know your religion, if you've never sat with the saints, then let me tell you. Write Al-Mim on the front bumper of your car or bike with your index finger. Then sit in the vehicle and drive. Allah will protect you from accidents, thieves, the evil eye, and all evils until evening. If you're worried that your wife or someone else will suspect this as some new amulet or sorcery, yes, I know these thoughts will come to mind. Don't worry. If for some reason you can't physically write on your wife's or husband's forehead, then just imagine their face and in your mind, write Alif Lam Mim on their forehead. Allah will place the same spiritual effect. If you're at work, in the office, or at your shop and suddenly remember you forgot to protect your house, no problem. Just imagine your home and write Alif Lam over it in your imagination with your finger. Your house will be protected. If your children went to school and you forgot to protect them, just imagine them and write Alif Lam Mim on their foreheads in your imagination. If your husband left home and you fear he may go astray, do the same. Just write it on his forehead in your imagination. It will have the same effect, insha'Allah. If you feel your spiritual energy is weak and want this practice to become very powerful, do 2 things. 1, morning and evening. Recite Alif Lam Mim 11 times as I do. Begin and end with 1 salawat. In your mind, every morning and evening, draw a protective circle around your home from right to left, just like tawaf. Include your children, family, house, office, shop, everything in your imagination. No need to write at each door. And if you want to increase the strength even more, then write it on your forehead or your children's foreheads with perfumed fingers. As long as your forehead carries fragrance, angels will keep kissing it. My dear ones, this practice is truly wondrous. I have only shared a small portion of its power. You can use it for everything, insha'Allah. If life allows, I will share more miraculous secrets of Alif Lam Mim in future volumes of this book.